And the one important thing that I'm so excited about that I'm going to let you in on, a little secret. Hello and welcome to Living Legacies with LaVeta. I am super, super excited about this fun time that we're going to have about table topics and finance. Just we're going to hit on a little bit of everything. But one of the main things we're going to talk about is women and entrepreneur. So I'm your host, LaVeta Hayes, and let's go ahead on and just jump right into it, okay? Sounds good, ladies?
Sounds good.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. So listen, let's just go around and I want you to introduce yourself and let the audience know what your business is all about.
Okay. Hi, my name is T. Smith. My business is Foxy Mascot Creations. That stemmed from me just wanting to be creative and bring joy to women. I could hardly find the jewelry in my style in the market, so I decided, hey, I'm going to make it myself. And thus I'm going to present it to the women of the world, bring joy to them.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Anissa Ferris. I am the physician and owner of Helping Hands Family Chiropractic. I'm a full-service chiropractic office. We service families, women, infant, children, the elderly. On staff, I have a medical doctor, I have a massage therapist, an esthetician, and we just love helping and dwelling in the community.
Awesome.
Ooh, I can't wait. Hi, my name is Linda Flournoy, and I have an accounting service called Bookies, LLC. We make bookkeeping easy. One of my clients. My goal is to help small businesses financially keep it together, have information so that they can make really, really good decisions. So that overall is my goals, one of my goals.
Awesome. Good evening. My name is Karen Northern, and I'm the former owner of Northern Leathers in Longwood, Florida. I've been out of business now for like 17 years, but I spend a lot of time helping other women in their businesses. Namely you, LaVeta.
And it's great too. And for me, I'm LaVeta Hayes again, and my company is Living Legacies with LaVeta, and we are just a full service financial. I say we take care of all your financial needs. And the one important thing that I'm so excited about that I'm going to let you in on, a little secret, that I am launching my first coloring book. Ooh. And it is a coloring adventure in finance, Living Legacies with LaVeta. So that's the first cover and the back cover. So today, just this morning, I just sent it in for the last proof. So look out for the coloring book. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But you know what? I'm so excited about this right here because what we get a chance is really talk, and because we've all met together anyway, right? Yes. And we had a great time. What was it? It was at a paint party. Yes. That's where we all first met.
So much fun.
At a paint party. And Karen hosted this paint party.
And it was for all of us to connect. As Black women entrepreneurs, yes. That was my intention.
The facilitator was me.
Yes.
Tian from Foxy Mascot Creations.
Yes.
That's one of the entities that's under my umbrella. I do private painting socials as well.
And we have one coming up, right?
We have one coming up. We have a painting social. Actually, a selfie painting social that's coming up this upcoming weekend.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
So we actually, tell them what we had to do to get ready for this painting party.
There is a process. You would send me your information of your guest list. I will send out an invite to your guest list. Within the process of preparing for the party, you have a fee that's due. You have a deadline that's due. You have gift door prizes that you get if you meet the deadline. And the host, which is Karen at this one as well as the previous Sunday brunch painting social,
That's so fun.
she would serve her hors d'oeuvres. So she would set the tone for the party itself, and I would help facilitate. But we played games and everything throughout the whole process.
And thank you for that. And one thing I wanted to ask, like, what is the one thing, being women entrepreneurs, what is, I'm going to defer to you on this one.
Sure.
What is that one thing that really, that was the hardest for you in getting started in business?
That's a great question. For me, the hardest thing was really stepping out on faith and believing that little old me could do it. So for me, it was just about confidence and just being faithful and trusting God that this is where you want me to be. So just really stepping out on faith and making that shift. When I first started my career, I started working for a company, big chiropractic company, personal injury company. Great job, dream job. It's a job that you want to get right out of college and all that stuff. But I noticed there were things that I wanted to bring to the company structure that I could not. And, you know, services and just the way I interact with my patients. So I became very confident very fast because I treated a lot of patients and I did a lot for the company. So from the marketing to getting the patient into the door to the treatment plan, I even dabbled in some billing. And one day I looked and I'm going, I've done everything.
I'm running this company.
I've done everything. I am the I'm not the face, but
I am the company.
I am the feet and hands. I am the helping hands of this company. And I thought, man, I'm grateful for the experience that I had with the company. And I thought I can do this myself.
That's one thing. Let me interject there that I think about my business, that if I can get up for 35 years and go work in the pharmacy field for them, I can get up every day and go work for
Absolutely.
myself. Right? So your hands and feet were in it.
Yes. Now it's the face, the hands, the feet, the heart,
Everything,
the blood,
right?
sweat, and the tears.
And the tears, yes.
But I'm just so grateful for making that shift and really knowing when. And for me, I transitioned. So I didn't completely jump out there. I have a family. You know, I have a lifestyle that I would like to keep.
Tell us about that lifestyle.
Nails, hair, clothes.
But I'm so grateful. The thing I said, Lord, I want to do this. I think I'll do amazing at it. And, you know, my patients would encourage me, hey, you should, you know, open up your own practice. And I thought, that never was a goal of mine. But I did so much for the company and I became so confident fast that I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. So I transitioned. So I reduced my hours. I worked part-time. Okay. We just were talking about this, right? Yes. I worked part-time, and eventually when I was able to, my first goal was to replace, of course, maintain my overhead. But my first goal was, Lord, if you give me enough patience and enough, you know, willpower to just sustain what I'm making at this company, I'm going to leave. I opened up my office. In my first month, I had 50 new patients and 200 patient visits.
Wow! Did you expect
what you
that?
asked for?
I did not, and I was part time. I did not
wow.
expect that, and I was like, "Man, you did it!" So that means I have to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to put my little foot out there and I'm going to step out on faith. And I did it, and it's been 7 years.
Wow.
Yes.
7 years.
7 years on my own.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
8 years total in the field of chiropractic. This is my second career. I was a teacher first, science teacher, professor.
Wow. Wow.
You should say thank you for your services.
Yes, exactly. I'm
So
telling
educator turned doctor. That was always my end goal. So I'm just grateful to serve and be a servant. And that's
you
my
do it
story.
well.
Thank
you
you.
do it well. Now,
you.
Linda, I'm going to ask you that same question here.
Which
What was your challenges? What are some of the challenges when you were starting your business?
That's really good because that's a little bit of a different question. I didn't have a problem getting into business, I found that there's a lot of challenges staying in business.
Amen.
That is so true.
And that is where I learned so much. And I moved around quite a bit. So this is probably my 7th or 8th business, which is why I help everybody, a lot of the new businesses, get up and running, and what do you need to do, and where do you need to focus, and are we talking sales and marketing?
So are you one of those serial entrepreneurs?
I really am. I really am. I found out that they're called solo entrepreneurs. It's really interesting because it turns out, and I know that just because it was on the net, it doesn't necessarily have to be gospel, but there are some statistics that I keep bumping into. Like 60% of the businesses that start every year are entrepreneurs, new solo entrepreneurs.
Yes.
They don't have a whole bunch of staff or any of that stuff. And I am like that personified. I have now been in business maybe 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's huge.
But this again is my 7th business. So a lot of times you're not successful on your first business or your second business. Sometimes it takes 5 or 6 because you're learning stuff. You just gotta problem solve all the way.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
That is. Now I was going to ask Karen, because with Karen starting a furniture business back in, I'm just going to say back in the day.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
In Longwood, if you know anything about Longwood.
Yes.
How was that? How did that work out? That challenge.
Initially when we got involved in the business, this was like really my husband's desire. He was trying to find something for me to do, although that wasn't what I wanted to do. But I found myself learning fast about the furniture business. I mean, I love furniture, interior decorator and all that stuff. So furniture is like my stitch, but I never thought I'd be in the business of selling it. So for me, initially it was just really learning about the business and learning the different companies, and there's a lot of entities that go with furniture. When you sell furniture, it's not just the sofa and love seat. You've got the rugs and the accessories and all those different things. So you become a buyer. Like you have to buy for your entire store, or you're really buying for the public.
Right.
So you have to kind of know what the trends are and that kind of thing. So you have to spend a lot of time learning those things. I would say the hardest part for me in my business was being a Black woman, and trying to find people to work for you who didn't look at you as a minority.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
That's
now.
huge.
And a minority, and what I mean by that is being a Black woman, and other, just being a woman, period.
Absolutely.
Being a woman. And I in the furniture business at that time we opened our store, I had only white men working for me.
I was gonna say.
Oh, really?
And because it's a male dominated furniture businesses, they did not like working for me. And they showed it. So that was like the hardest part for me, was to really find the right people.
Absolutely.
Finding the right people that fit in with my vision of what we were doing for the store that we just started.
Wow.
So that was I would say that would have been the hardest part for me, was really just learning the business and finding the right people.
And how were you, like, did you go home at night like,
Every night. Every night.
because I tell you, we as women, we do that.
Oh, surely.
We take
You
it home
can
with
smile
us.
in your face and do what we need to do, and then, take it home. But I had to learn not to do that because I had a family. So you can't take work home all the time.
Yes.
So I had to learn how to separate that, like maybe stay a little bit later at work and then, go home. But definitely learning how to separate work from family was it was a necessity.
Yes. Sure. Yes.
Absolutely.
I found out that's what rich people do. You budget for the regular price. You get your money from your funding,